It all started on a sunny Saturday morning in a quiet, meticulously maintained HOA neighborhood where everyone knew each other's routines and secrets never stayed hidden for long. Mrs. Karen, infamous among her neighbors for her relentless enforcement of HOA rules and her sharp, often cutting tongue, had devised a new plan to make what she called quick cash, and this time she believed it would be flawless. She listed her luxury SUV for sale online, boasting that it was in perfect condition, recently detailed, and worth every penny she was asking. The local community buzzed with gossip the moment the listing went live. Everyone was curious to see if Karen's scheme would actually work, given her history of petty disputes and manipulative tactics. A well-known local car dealer, charming yet notorious for his underhanded tricks, responded to the ad, expressing a keen interest in the vehicle. From the moment he arrived at Karen's pristine driveway, she felt a slight unease. There was something unsettling about his overly confident demeanor, the way he smiled too broadly, and the way his eyes scanned the car as if already planning a trick. Nevertheless, Karen, experienced in maintaining control over any situation, welcomed him politely, greeting him with her signature calm and authoritative tone. "This car has never had a scratch. You won't find a dent anywhere," she said, proudly, gesturing toward the gleaming SUV parked perfectly in her driveway. The dealer nodded appreciatively, but insisted on paying in cash, claiming that bank transfers were inconvenient and would take too long. Karen, ever sharp and suspicious, suspected that someone this eager might be hiding ulterior motives. Unbeknownst to her, the dealer carried a bundle of counterfeit bills, planning to slip them in unnoticed, confident that he could outsmart the notoriously cautious HOA resident. Karen, who had anticipated that a clever buyer might attempt something underhanded, carefully began inspecting the notes as he handed them over. Her eyes immediately caught subtle inconsistencies. The texture felt slightly off, and the printing did not quite match legitimate currency standards. Her heart raced slightly, but she kept her expression calm, pretending to be nonchalant as she scrutinized every note. She knew that confronting him hastily could provoke a confrontation, and she needed to ensure she had irrefutable proof of his deception. Pulling out her phone discreetly, she contacted a trusted neighbor who had witnessed other minor HOA disputes and knew how to assist in delicate situations. Meanwhile, the dealer, unaware that his counterfeit bills had been identified, maintained a confident smile, trying to appear calm and professional. The tension in the driveway was palpable, with the sun glinting off the SUV's polished surface and a gentle breeze rustling the manicured hedges around the property. Just as Karen prepared to confront him directly about the suspicious notes, a neighbor appeared casually from across the street, pretending to greet her while buying her valuable extra seconds to strategize her next move. She instructed the dealer to wait patiently, claiming she needed to verify the bills further, all the while preparing to report the fraud to local authorities. The dealer's confidence began to falter as he realized something was amiss. Karen remained composed, each calculated second bringing her closer to exposing the attempted deception. In the serene suburban setting, the stage was set for a showdown of wits, where Karen's sharp mind and keen vigilance would soon turn the tables on a man who thought he could take advantage of her, demonstrating that even in a quiet neighborhood, intelligence, caution, and quick thinking could outmatch greed and audacity. Within minutes, Karen's call to the local authorities set off a rapid chain of events that no one in the neighborhood could have predicted. Police units began converging on the quiet suburban street, their sirens subdued to avoid alarming the surrounding residents, but the tension was unmistakable. The dealer, once confident and smug, now fidgeted nervously as Karen calmly explained to the arriving officers how he had attempted to pay with counterfeit bills. She displayed the suspicious notes with precision, pointing out the flaws she had noticed while maintaining her composed, unshakable demeanor. The officers examined the currency and quickly confirmed her suspicions. The bills were fake, and the man's intentions had been to commit fraud. As the dealer tried to argue, stammering excuses and desperate claims, Karen's neighbors watched in awe, their earlier whispers of gossip replaced by admiration for her courage and keen instincts. The HOA had always been strict, but today, the rules and vigilance of a single determined resident proved far more powerful than anyone had imagined. The dealer attempted to flee, sprinting toward the end of the driveway, but the police, having anticipated every possible escape route thanks to Karen's detailed description and real-time updates, swiftly intercepted him. With professional precision, the officers apprehended the man, securing the counterfeit bills and confiscating any documentation he had brought to the meeting. Karen observed the entire scene calmly, her eyes never leaving the suspect, as the officers placed him into the back of a patrol car. The neighborhood, which had been quiet and orderly just moments before, was now buzzing with an electric mix of shock and relief. People came out of their homes to witness the resolution, expressing astonishment at how seamlessly Karen had exposed the deception and involved the proper authorities without escalating the situation dangerously. The HOA board held an emergency meeting that evening, both to review the incident and to commend Karen for her decisive and meticulous actions. They praised her ability to recognize fraud, protect her property, and ensure the safety and integrity of the community. Karen, known for her assertive and sometimes abrasive personality, had now earned a new level of respect, proving that her vigilance and persistence could serve a greater good. Meanwhile, the dealer faced legal consequences that ranged from charges for attempting to use counterfeit currency to fraud, and the police confirmed that he would be under investigation for other similar incidents across the city. Karen's car remained safely in her possession, untouched and fully verified, a symbol not only of her wealth, but also of her intelligence and foresight. By the following week, news of the incident had spread throughout the HOA and neighboring communities, and Karen's careful handling of the situation became a story shared among residents as a cautionary tale of diligence, quick thinking, and the unexpected power of an observant, determined homeowner. The quiet streets returned to normal, but with a new awareness. HOA rules, vigilance, and the courage to act can prevent even the most cunning fraudsters from succeeding. Karen, reflecting on the ordeal, smiled knowingly as she locked her SUV in her driveway, her reputation not just intact, but enhanced, proving that in a world where deceit lurks in the shadows, those who remain sharp and prepared can turn the tables with grace, intelligence, and an unwavering commitment to justice.